did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America.
Creating difficult but necessary conversations about the complexities.
This is your non-profit?
Of privilege, identity, and oppression.
Our dad.
Fucking takes.
Gotta do what it takes. Gotta do what it takes. Burning through Providence. Burning through. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Hi, I'm Amy. I've met you a couple times before.
There's like the racial inequality and like the social injustice that happens all the time.
Look at this.
Take you back to a time so when life was nothing but a survivor's test.
Yeah, this is a good amount of light. Alright, so we're on here. Alright, so give a few shout outs. Sideshow. We're here with Sideshow.
Yo, what's up? Sideshow. I'm from the Providence, Rhode Island, the 401, representing Flawless Crew, and my band, the Funk Underground.
Fresh. Cool. And you are a 6th year B-boy?
I'm a 6th year B-boy. I'm going on 6 years in April, and probably 5 years as an MC.
Cool. I was we had a conversation yesterday about rhythm, and I was wondering if we could talk a little bit about rhythm and so just speak freely on that, you know, rap a little.
Yeah.
Not literally rap.
Yeah, literally.
Speak freely.
Yeah. I mean, so when I learned how to break, I was more focused on the 2 and 4 beat. You know, I was taught that you hit the snare on the 2 and 4. You know what I mean? That's the beat that you dance to. You know, if this is a dance and not just like and you want to separate from like gymnastics or whatever, I believe that that's really important, because I think dancing to the beat amongst also with like footwork kind of separates breaking from every other dance. I kind of like those are the two things that really separate it for me. And I was talking about like how nowadays a lot of, you know, even like James Brown did this too, but I think a lot more now, like a lot of songs focus on like horns and crashes and like stops on the 1. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of styles have been developed because of the music change, and now everyone's style is dancing on, you know, is waiting for the 1 hit to do their move or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Waiting for the crash cymbal, waiting for the horn, waiting for the stop. And a lot of people focus on that just aspect of the song as to what they're gonna do when they dance, and that's cool. I don't really care. But when you can't hit the 1 and like go back to the 2 and 4. So once you hit that beat, but you can't go back to just having rhythm and 2-stepping to the beat, and I don't think it's dancing anymore. Obviously, you're accenting like that part of the song, and that's it, you know. Because if the rest of it is just sporadic and you just focused on what's about to come, you're not worried about dancing right there and then to the music, you know. People have told me before, like, yo, like, listen to the music because it's not gonna go anywhere, you know. Ride the song as if the song isn't gonna go anywhere, you know. And I feel like that part of it is rushed, because everyone wants to like, you know, be like the best and like have their best moves show up on like, you know, whatever, Red Bull and like Silverback and stuff. And you know, I'm all for that, but you know, when we stop dancing, it no longer becomes breaking to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm just someone that's been dancing for 6 years, so what do I know? You know, but that's just my opinion on the whole thing. And like, you know, you gotta have fun. And one thing that I look for when I see people dance is who's confident. I don't really care about like you know, who has the best moves and who's doing the most explosive stuff. And I'm not even saying confident. Maybe not confident is the wrong word. Energy. I'm focused on who has the energy, who looks like they're having fun, and who's getting funky. I'd rather watch someone that has their own style and get funky than someone that's like that I know they're about to like do a whole bunch of moves that I've seen them do 1,000 times, you know? And it's dope. Like, it's all dope. It's all good. But when we're talking about the traditional sense of what breaking is, which is the circle, and dancing to the music in the circle because it started at a party, and that's the energy where it comes from. When you don't have that energy at all, you lose the mentality of why it was started, and you have to maintain the mentality of why it was started. Does that mean that you stay uneducated and that like you stay with this like hood mentality? No, that doesn't mean that. That just means that you sorry. That just means that you have an understanding of where this culture comes from and why people started doing what they did. You know what I mean? Like hip hop was an escape from everyday life because at the time in South Bronx, they didn't have much. Parents were working full time, so their kids weren't being supervised, and then obviously they saw like the burning buildings, like literally. Building owners were burning buildings with people inside them just to collect insurance money. And then you had the rubble and everything was very like gloomy. So like kids that were like 13, 12, 14 years old basically created a culture that's like now a multi-billion-dollar industry. But a lot of people forget why it was started. And I think that's very natural for people to forget why it was started because now we're living in a different time zone where things like YouTube is very accessible, and I'm part of that generation where YouTube was very accessible to me, and it's probably the reason why I started dancing. But I'm sure people that didn't grow up like that have a different view of what hip hop is to them, because I feel like that's a more authentic way to have been introduced to the culture.
20 seconds.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like now it's like, not saying it's not authentic. It's just it's objective. You experience it from an outside view, and then you're sitting at your computer judging a battle when you weren't there for the energy, and you weren't there to feel the vibe of the crowd, and you know what I mean. Like people want to judge battles on screen. That doesn't make sense. Dude. Like you need to judge. You need to have been there, and if you're not there and you can only see it from the screen, then just watch it for what it is. Like you know what I mean. People are always gonna have their own opinions, whatever. It is what it is, but that's my opinion.
Fresh.
Yeah, you can have your own opinion, but also realize that you weren't there to feel the energy, and you're not a judge. So, chill.
Yo, tight. Yeah. That is the interview. Thank you very much. It's not open. Hey. Peace out, man. Thank you very much.
Yo, dude, hell yeah, man.
Later.
I'll see you, bro. Yo, my boy Sean McDonald.